So दोस्तों, currently Indian students, even me, everyone around me is getting affected due to inflation in the US and worldwide. I made monthly expenses video long time ago, 5-6 years ago, and things have changed completely. And many students are getting scammed who are told, "Yaar, you can do masters in US 50 lakh rupees." But most of those agents, first of all, they try to get into those universities where they can get commission. Plus, those agents do not tell you the cost of actually sustaining a lifestyle in the US. And I'm going to tell you the monthly expenses, minimum to a maximum, you have to keep in mind while planning your master's undergrad degree in the US. So I'm going to tell you my perspective throughout the US because I have talked to students in Boston, California, Atlanta, including Texas, everywhere, and I can give you a holistical opinion. So let's start with the biggest expense you would have, that is living in an apartment. So I am saying why I'm able to give the answer because I am still living a student lifestyle. Do you know why? Because I am living with students around me. So my fiance, Katie, she's also a student. So I am, surrounded by student lifestyle and I don't want to move on. I just feel like, when you're around students, you feel young all the time. Now, starting with rent, if you live on campus in an apartment, if you're an undergraduate student, you will spend minimum $1,200 to $1,500 per month in rent itself. Yeah, it's a lot more than before. But if you live off campus in a downtown area anywhere, it will be close to $1,000 to $1,200. Now, things change if you are in a suburban area. So this is in downtown, whether you are in San Francisco downtown, whether you're in Boston downtown, whether you are in New York downtown, they are around $200 plus minus in this range. But if you move to little bit suburban area or maybe far from the midtown of your campus. So midtown means ki yaar, wherever the heart of downtown is, where your campus is, where your university is. So if you go a little bit far, it can come down to $800, $1,000. And if you go more far, it can reduce to $600 as well. But majority of Indian students, you must have seen yaar कि कंजूस Indian students कैसे रहते हैं. So उसमें आपने देखा होगा, like in an apartment in one room, 2 people live. Now that cut down to half. So per person rent becomes, if it was 1,200, it will become 600. But if you were living on campus, this cannot change. But if you're living off campus, yeah, many apartments are okay कि हाँ अगर आप lease में add कर लेते हो, they are very adjusting. And I have in fact lived in a living room. At that time I used to pay $330 per month. वो क्या era था, by cutting into half and half and half. So that was magical time as well, and I survived 3 years living in a living room somehow, but it is possible. Now after rent, your big expense you would have is your tuition fee, because even though I should add it to first, but many students, they split their tuition fee and finance it. In many university, you have the ability कि यार आप $50 दो and you can finance it. I have done it. Many students around me have done it. Do you know why? Because वो अपने parents पे बोझ नहीं डालना चाहते. They don't want to put pressure on their parents कि यार suddenly give all the fees in one day, and they can split into 4 months, then why not? Even though it takes $50 to finance it, but it reduces the burden from parents, and they are giving monthly by monthly. And students like me who wanted to stand on their own feet, and they definitely choose the option of financing. Yeah, I mean, obviously if you have taken loan already, just give it at once. But if you have the ability, you have an internship lined up, and if you are getting enough money through part-time job, you can do by financing as well. And same for health insurance, I was financing and keep paying every month. Now number 3 monthly expense, that is actually for every student there, that is food, and it's so important. Many students like me, in fact, पैसे बचाने के लिए, my schedule was कि यार peanut butter sandwich and peanut butter sandwich. I survived my whole day with peanut butter sandwich, and जहाँ पे free खाना मिले, I will eat it.
It was worth it. मतलब free food, free खाने और free t-shirt के लिए आए थे.
And my grocery expenses were only $40 to $50. But now with inflation, आप अगर मेरी groceries वाली वीडियो देखोगे, you will realize that prices have skyrocketed. Minimum in $100 you will be surviving 1 to 2 weeks. So even if you just want to eat eggs, for vegetarians maybe like just paneer and eggs And if you just want to eat milk, cereal, and you know, if you want to consider healthy, you can put chia seed, pumpkin seeds. Majority बच्चे कभी कभी afford नहीं कर पाते chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, lot of nuts, dry fruits, which I personally consume. You can see my diet video if you want to. But if you can, obviously choose the healthiest options. But I've heard you can see my diet video how I quickly manage everything breakfast to dinner. But that is not feasible because that is currently expensive lifestyle. So cheaper करने के लिए you have to manage with sandwiches, McDonald's. But I will always recommend कि यार अच्छा lifestyle जियो, don't save money on food and workout, because that will give you the strength to be mentally awake for your classes and to have the burden in your mind for applying to as many jobs, as much networking, and to have a healthy lifestyle. And in your financial journey, yaar, the best way you can actually save money is to choose the way you're applying for studying abroad correctly. एक random agent जिसने कभी भी बाहर नहीं पढ़ा, don't choose that. Choose a wise agent who has experience and email many folks who can verify your university. And I'm giving you the opportunity by just going to flywithsing.com and fill the form quickly. You find free resources. Plus, you get a call from us and you get to shortlist a university. Then email me that list and you will be all set to find the best choice, and you will be having the streamlined process to choose the university which will actually give you value-based suggestions as compared to commission-based suggestions. So do not miss out and go to flywithsing.com. चाहे कहीं भी apply करना हो, UK, Germany, Italy, anywhere you want to, that's the best way to get started. Now, next big expense is travel. And travel, यार, you might think कि campus में point A to point B you can either walk if you live close. Next option is you can take the public transport, bus, train. Buses on campus can be free, but train can be, you know, if you have like metro train ability, 2.5 to $3. Now, the things change when you have to take Uber or cabs, because it can be $10 to point A to point B, 3 mile radius. इतना तो लगता ही है, 3 mile radius. And I have done, in fact, मैंने खुद Uber किया and I have served passengers, so I can even tell you that. Now things change even more if you have to do Indian grocery every month. So you do it with roommates, 4 people together, you split the Uber amount to do groceries in bulk for a month. So उसमें भी, if you split it well, like $10 to $20 cab का जाएगा. If you are doing alone, then if Patel Brothers, for my apartment is really far, $20 going there, $20 coming back, it's very expensive. $40 just to do groceries is not manageable, because many times Indian stores are not near public transport. So, or itne sare bags uthana, it's not feasible. So have the right roommates, manage time well, go with them together, and then you will be able to save on transport. Now next, Wi-Fi bill. I currently have 5G Wi-Fi at the moment, and currently we pay $85 per month for 1 Gbps Wi-Fi. It's amazing, unlimited. You can also get cheaper 100 Mbps for $40 as well. But if you want $80, you divide by 3 or 4 roommates, it's coming out to be $15 to $20. Now next, phone bill. So especially for my phone bill, I still use Mint Mobile, and in my entire college time, I had the $15 per month plan, 4 GB data for whole month. Obviously, it was less for that. You can also get the unlimited plan for $25, but the cheapest plan is good enough because उसके बाद 2G data unlimited होता है, and you have Wi-Fi everywhere here. You have Wi-Fi throughout the whole campus area. So just, you know, आपको क्या करना है, if you want to save data, go to settings and turn off cellular for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and only browse these streaming apps on Wi-Fi, and आपका पूरा महीना with 4 GB you can survive. And I was able to. I mean, obviously, if you do video calls, might be a bit struggle, but मैं हमेशा video call भी Wi-Fi पे करता था. So you can survive with $15 per month on Mint Mobile, and you should check out mintmobile.com/sing and get the cheapest offer right away. Now next, eating out and having fun. So obviously, yeah, if you are studying here, you have to have fun and maybe watch a Bollywood movie in a month. So uske liye there are some tricks as well. And if you just go to, let's say, Regal Theatre, AMC Theatre to watch a movie, it will cost you around $15 to $20 for a Bollywood movie. But since I'm an employee now, I use website like Tickets at Work, not sponsored. So for that, I get $9. You know, I easily get any movie ticket for $9. If you know any employee near you, even you can try your own student ID at Tickets at Work. Maybe you get a movie ticket for $9. And now every time you eat at a restaurant, it's minimum, even Chipotle ka khana is minimum $12. Subway, $12, $10 to $12. McDonald's is obviously cheaper, but not healthy option. So every time you want to have a full meal, like consider $12 gone. So that's how you have to calculate, and I will tell you the total soon. Stay tuned for that. Now, next expense, which is even more important than any of the expense I've talked about, is emergency expense, because anything can go wrong at any point. I remember my MacBook went bad like almost 2 times in my college year, and my iPhone went bad so many times in my college year. कई भी चीज़ कुछ भी खराब हो सकती है. So you always have to consider emergency expense. So in your bank account, keep at least 3 to 6 times your monthly expense, so you are prepared for the worst. कभी भी कुछ हो सकता है. My roommate one time ran away, so उसका $600 on my burden, and I couldn't sleep properly for 2 days because of that $600 I had to immediately pay, because एक roommate ने धोखा दे दिया. Like he was a sublease, and suddenly in one day गायब. So at the time, those struggles were $600 might not be big deal for many people, but at the time it was so big deal for me. Like thinking कि यार, a person like me paying $300 rent per month and suddenly have to pay double the amount of that. So be careful and keep emergency funds. And now adding that all up, just monthly expenses, it will come out to be around minimum $1,500 if you are living in midtown, posh area. But if you save right, you can manage it $800, $700, $800. I think if you are eating right, if you are like even saving up on food, जो आपको करना नहीं चाहिए, you might be able to manage with $600 as well. But I think it's really hard for any student to manage under $1,000 in this area and in this era. तो इस कारण I would recommend, first of all, find the right roommates and save with them. And अगर roommates के साथ नहीं बन रही है, it is almost torture. For example, अगर आपको गर्मी पसंद है, if they keep the temperature different than what you like, it can be game changer. So whenever you're finding a roommate, talk about the AC temperature, talk about how often they clean, check their apartment जहाँ पे वो रह रहे हैं, how clean they are right now before they move in with you. So काफ़ी चीज़ें करनी है so that you are able to save, because majority of savings comes with right roommates. So these were expenses, but अभी in this era, student की salaries भी ज़्यादा. Many students make around $15 an hour, $10 an hour minimum, which used to be $8 an hour minimum. So they are able to make around $1,000 easily. And अगर कोई $1,500 spend कर रहा है per month, they are paying $500 out of pocket. But some students are even making $20 an hour, and they are able to offset the whole amount on their own. So yeah, you can pay on your own still, but you have to find the right jobs and live in the right area, save up, cut down on your apartment costs. You can still possibly make it. Nothing is impossible. मैं अपने students से भी, अपने friends से भी बात करता हूँ who are students right now. They still think यार in 2024 it is worth coming if you have the determination to stand up on your own and fight for your rights and fight for the opportunities. Everything is possible if you do that. So that's all yaar. I wish you all the best. And currently, even with research assistantship, teaching assistantship, on-campus jobs, working in Starbucks on campus, many students do that. They are able to cover a lot. I wish you all the best, and I hope you can cover your expenses on your own as well. And thank you so much for watching.